Yo, what up guys, your boy Fake Junky coming at you with another episode of Junky Vision. As you can see here guys, we're diving right in, starting with our WAHL cordless magic clips. Yeah, as you can see here, one of my favorite guards, the Speedo guard number 0. What I use it as is basically like a low number 2. Taking the hair down, and we're going to take this guard and we're going to pass it all over basically the whole area where we're going to be tapering lightly and edging up. The whole purpose of this video is going to be to show you guys mainly to focus on the shape up, getting those clean, nice, crispy lineups, and the method that I use to get it all lined up with all my haircuts that I do in the barbershop. This is my method, this is the way that works for me, and it helps everything come together very uniform. Just like blending guys, I have a system to edging, and this is basically going to demonstrate to you guys the way that I get my shape ups done. Alright guys, one little tip I could give you guys, you can see me doing here, is I kind of hold back the hair or his dreads with my thumb to give me a safe zone and know where the long hair is, to separate it from the hair that I will be cutting down with that low 2. And it helps you get over a problem that I had in the beginning, which is keeping that line around the edge, because I was scared of taking the guard too high, and that definitely prevents you from cutting out any of that long hair with your clipper. Alright guys, our first guideline that we're going to create here in this mild taper is going to be the clipper open, giving me a nice half, something that's not too low and leaves me enough hair to do that nice crispy edging at the end. Alright guys, the next step in this taper is going to be my WAHL Premium Guard number 1, starting with my lever open and working our way down, reverse blending. If you guys see any of my other videos with my WAHL methods or my fading techniques, I like to work my way down, which is basically what you guys are going to be seeing here. I'm working my way down, started with the Speedo 0 low number 2 and work my way down to a number 1. Then finally we're going to come down to our half guard open and clean up that light area. You may not need it that much because the half guard some people really kind of skip at times, but I'm like a perfectionist, man. I'm very tedious and like to get in there to those little hairs and the blends and try to smooth it out as much as possible for myself. So as you can see, I used that half guard and worked my way down. And when we get to the other side, is same exact step guys. Repeat. It's that reverse blending, one of the easiest methods that I found to get my fades done. If you wanted me to elaborate a little bit more on that technique, just go ahead and go to my channel and check out the other videos that I have on reverse blending. Alright, and this is for you beginners. One thing that I recommend and I force strictly whenever I am teaching someone, I've said this before in my videos, is brush. I brush a lot throughout every stroke that I do with the clipper. I stroke back with the brush to make sure and keep my canvas as clean as possible. That brings back the hair so I can see the natural pattern of growth to the hair, so I could cut against it and make sure I get the cleanest fade possible and get all those hairs that are in there curling back and giving me a little issue and leaving you little spots. Just make sure you brush. Every single stroke is going to help you out and clean that canvas. Alright guys, if I could drop a big gem on you guys, especially the beginners again, when you're starting, one of the biggest problems I've seen with beginner barbers is that when it comes to the rear tapers, you're kind of limiting yourself a little too much. You're restricting yourself from giving you the maximum space that there is for you to actually do the cleanest taper possible. What I'm saying is, don't be afraid. There's space there. All it is blending. It's very simple. Just don't restrict your blend. It's going to give you a nice tight blend, which is not going to match with your fades on the sides when it comes to your tapers. You have all the space to take advantage of. I'm not saying go too high, but give yourself some space to blend. Don't restrict the blend too much, alright? Alright guys, one prime example or one checkpoint that I use when doing my tapers in the back, I like to make my bald line up to the bottom of the earlobe. I make sure I line the bald line with the bottom of the earlobe when it comes to the rear nape taper. Alright guys, so after you created your guidelines and cleaned your canvas and got it prepared for you to fade, I go straight to reverse blending. A very accurate and, what do I always say, surefire way to get that Junky Vision exclusive rear taper, guys. Trust the process, trust yourself, set yourself up for more progression, more room to learn, and more time to play with within the blend when you save time in these blends and do this reverse blending technique. Alright guys, as I start my shape up process, I like to begin in the back. I like to line up the sides of the rear of the neck, cleaning up both sides and preparing myself to transition to the front of the haircut. I don't know why, this is just the way that I found it works for me, and it helps me align everything and get everything nice and proportionate. Just like your blends, you want to have a system for you to get your edges done accurately, efficiently, and the systems just help you save a lot of time, guys. Not even just in blending and your shape ups, it actually helps you get in a habit and a routine so everything can line up accurately and you deliver that consistent, nice, clean shape up along with those nice, clean and consistent blends. Alright guys, after we do the back, as you can see here, I start matching it to the back of the sideburns, coming around the ear, and you can see right here clearly the edge is starting to come all together, guys. It just starts to line up. It's the most uniform way that has worked for me, the quickest and most time efficient and consistent way of me getting my shape ups done. Alright guys, so after we get done with that step, we come to the front and I start working on the box of my edge, lining up the two corners or the box areas, making sure to tap lightly and not push the edge back. From there, we go down to the start of the sideburn, meeting with that back line of the sideburn that we created, and as you can see, with very little effort, the edge is done. That C-cup area is now complete and uniform, and it's a consistent transition from the line that we created to the back to the box that we did in the front. And there you guys have it, a nice clean C-cup to the sideburn, fresh pointed sideburns, and nice clean edge, guys. Alright guys, you see we just repeat the steps on the other side, starting with the box and then coming to the bottom of the sideburn, creating that C-cup shape on the side of the temple area, the temple peak point, and we're getting that nice clean shape up, guys. You can see it lined up perfectly. It's a consistent shape up, uniform with the other side, and it's consistent, quick, and a very surefire way to get that clean, proportionate edge, guys, which is very, very important and distinguishes that experience in the barbershop, guys. Once you get that method and you create that consistent steps to your shape ups, guys, it's gonna show, and your clients are gonna, with every haircut, the edge never changes. Alright guys, as you can see it, we're closing it out. We're getting that edge done, and we are basically touching up the taper, bringing it a little lighter, because I like to do that with my tapers, especially with these blowouts to the long hair. and it gives a lot of like contrast to the fade, and I get to get it a little bit lighter and not risk losing that nice clean crispy edge. Alright guys, after we touch up the blend, the last step that's left is going to be lining the front of the haircut. Okay guys, you want to make sure you got your client facing right in front of you, you're comfortable and able to see all angles of their front hairline. So as you can see here, I tapped and I showed you guys there was a light spot where the widow's peak is in the haircut. You notice one side's lighter than the other. I attacked the side that's lower than the other to try and basically match up that line and get it nice, consistently and straight. You don't want to attack the light spot, it makes no sense, or the side that's higher. You're just going to create a bigger problem for yourself. So what you want to do is match that side with the weaker side to give you a nice, straight, clean shape up. Alright guys, as we end this video and we end this shape up little demonstration, I'm about to hit it with a little fiver, but my other videos give you guys a little tips and tricks. The one that I actually just dropped before the beard video, go to my channel, check it out. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get this channel growing and going guys. I got some awesome news for you guys. Anybody who's gonna be at the CT Barber Expo out there in Connecticut, me and my brother will hitting you with some dope gear, dropping some exclusive heat. Stay tuned, check out the IG and check out my brothers from the Barber Cartel's page, man. We're bringing some heat to the industry this year, man, and I look forward to meeting some of you guys out there. And let's get active, man. Let's get talking on these comments, man. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys are trying to see next, what you guys want to learn, any tips, questions, and we get the channel growing and going. This is nothing but barber love for the industry and for those upcoming barbers who are out there watching and trying to improve their skills every day in the barbershop to increase that ticket and get more money in the shop. Alright guys, thank you guys for tuning in. As you can see, the Guardian of the Cartel tee right there as I'm closing the video out. That also will be available at the CT Barber Expo, guys. Or just hit me up on my IG or www.thebarbercartel.com. This is your boy at FadeJunkieAce on Instagram. Check me out. DMs, questions, emails, anything that we use in the video is going to be left in the description, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace. Junky Vision.